welcome. We're the Weasley sisters, and this is episode 200.
And I am Allena, also known as Starnit, and that's Jessica, also known as Naturally
Oh,
Knitting.
yeah, sorry.
This is our bi-monthly podcast. If you are a first-time watcher, welcome. If you are a returning watcher, thanks for coming back.
So, for
So it's a planning podcast. So, starting today, or starting the 1st to the 31st, you should be able to turn in your newts, 100%, your owls, 100%, and then before the end of the day, July 21st, you should turn in your order mission. Yeah, and July 31st is the last day for Headmistress Challenge projects. And then Quidditch is on match 4, July 10th through the 29th. So that actually doesn't start for 2 days. Um, so for this match, they want you to hone the finer points of your skills, paying attention to the details. Work on being more accurate. For your score, please tell us how your project required accuracy. 18 base points crafts only. Awesomeness points are in play. The yardage bonus points are in play, and 4 bonus points for completing all 4 matches. No minimum. That should be fun.
Alright, sorry. So, moving on to class. First up is astronomy. This month, we have Professor Study and please choose a picture of the nebula
Okay.
and create something inspired by it. The picture of the nebula must be included in your homework. Non-broadcast.
So there was a bunch of pictures of different nebulae, whatever. There was a bunch of pictures, so you could like choose from them, and they want you to include a picture, and it doesn't have to be the one that they showed, but they link you to like NASA and stuff. Charms prompt: craft something to cheer you or someone else up, or craft something yellow. Pretty straightforward. They do have FAQs. So if choosing the color option, how much of the project needs to be yellow? 50%. Gold does count as yellow. Buttery colors count. Tans do not count. If you think it is yellow, it probably is. When in doubt, there's always the cheering up option. Do gifts and charity items count? Of course. I think anyone would be cheered up by a lovely handmade gift. So that's a pretty wide open one. Yes.
Charms, craft something. Oh, sorry. I thought you just wrote.
We're a consumer.
Yes, consumer family science. Task to show us what's in your vault. Craft a treasure for keeping, or a gift with treasure, or craft a material used in hoarding, saving treasure. Be sure to tell us why your treasure is valuable to you. Non-rational craft.
So maybe if you had like some fabric you were saving,
Fiber.
and I know some orange fiber. I noticed some people like they say you have certain stuff that you save, so now's the time to like spin it. Like me, I have like loose bats that I save. I think I only have one. So yeah. I have a box of different cat fibers, so maybe that. But actually, it's all cats. And we'll talk about that later. So next up is flying. For your assignment, please craft an item inspired by one of the 4 alternate uses of your for your broom. In your submissions, tell us which alternate use you are inspired by and why. And then there's a list of the 4 different ones: playing with pets, laundry and house cleaning, pairing, shopping, and seasonal decorating. So that's like super wide open. Like you could do anything with your pets, playing with um, cleaning, like a Swiffer. Like I know I've seen those Swiffer things. Um, Pairing, shopping. I'm not really sure what that's for.
Be back.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure that there was pictures in there, but I just kind of read and didn't really read. Like I read sort of.
All right. Next up is herbology, or harvesting berries. Harvesting the berries will take several steps to ensure proper care, handling, and support. First, we have to be sure that they are ripe next to pick them and properly avoid damage. Finally, we should put them in the build containers, someplace cool and fresh. So, your assignment this month is to craft something more than one step. Please explain the steps using. It could be something made of many pieces that need to be joined, or using more than one technique, or adding embellishments like buttons or embroidery. So,
Um, Muggle Study. Hello.
hi. For podcasting.
So that's our desk. So for Muggle Studies this month's assignment, we'd like you to. Our, we're podcasting, so it's like people watching. Um, no. Andy's in the other room if you want to go there. We made him leave. Okay. For this month's assignment, we'd like you to craft something to wear shopping, or something that you would use to carry your Muggle artifacts back to Hogwarts with you. If you intend to wear something that is not normally worn, we need to see a picture of it being modeled. We'll also need to see a demonstration picture if you use non-traditional items to carry your treasures. Remember, if you successfully complete no partials, all 3 Muggle studies this term, you will be awarded extra bonus. So non-rivalry crafts fit if they fit, if are accepted if they fit the prompt. So yes, that's it.
Our surmise is that you strengthen yourselves and potions by simply knowing yourself. Increased knowledge lends to strength in all aspects of potions, how to use them, how the ingredients, make the potions like what you would compose like us if you have things of that most volatile or stuff. So, craft your own potion, simple or unique with you may available or free non-rack will be
That's cool. I didn't read that one. So for this month, you're transforming a match into a needle. Do this by using metal materials, including metal beads, wire, stellina, or similar fibers. We're not looking for metal colors. Only needle-based non-rivalry projects will be accepted. So there is FAQ. So can I make stitch markers? While we love stitch markers as the next witch, they are not what we're looking for in this class. What do you mean by needle-based non-rivalry crafts? We are looking for projects traditionally made with a needle, like sewing, embroidery, cross-stitch, to name a few applicable crafts. This list is not exhaustive. Will needle felting count? Yes, we look forward to seeing your craft. So that's a good one, because I don't think needle felting is normally counted. And that uses needles. And I do have quite a stash of needle felted stuff, but they're all nice. So yeah. So those are the classes. They're pretty wide open and pretty basic. If you just tell a story, So first up, we'll go back to our regularly scheduled podcast, and we have Mojo. I do not have any Mojo.
I did look it. Finish it. On the plane. On
It is Jennifer. Sorry. I was distracted by chilies.
I love it.
So it's really pretty.
It's awesome. I used every single actually. I had like this much.
It was like
this, but I should have done it.
So, have any works in progress then?
Yeah, I have my notes that I honestly, there's just
So just a little bit more.
like percent the brand and seek the marble. And I'm gonna scary if I can next one.
Anyways,
Oh, and then because I like that format,
I could.
I decided to guess up another.
So this is fun having podcasts next to
I
each
know. I
other.
didn't have to grab myself.
But people can see all of our facial expressions from the other side.
Anyway, so that's fun. But I am increasing. It's a bonus shell, but
It's a free pack. Free. I downloaded and added it to my queue, so now I think I'm about 400.
yeah. So this one that I finished is like basic triangle, right? This one that I'm doing is fixing on every row on the ends and every other row down the center. So it'll be the same like
More
width,
crescent,
but it'll be crescent like, but it'll
wing
make the wingspan a lot longer so that you can which I think is very easy. That's a high. Yeah, I'm using ornament. This was Monster Steam.
Oh, I remember that.
I think it was the last ever.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a sidekick, she has one for sale. Contact Natalie Knitting.
Anyways, like, but it's, I don't know. Even though the sleeves of my top.
But those aren't actually so I like that. I think I have to go and find some. I am also working with Handspun. I started the socks the last time we podcasted, I'm pretty sure. And they're sport weight and they look really big, but I tried them on and they're going to be like nice warm socks. I did short row heel, sorry. And I am working, see, and now I'm working on the leg part. And they're just going to be plain vanilla socks. And I am also using hand spun. When I was packing up my yarn, I saw this skein and I was like, oh, I need to knit socks out of these. So they're all different shades of green, and they don't need to match.
That looks so similar to something I saw.
No, it's from
yarn.
it's the
So fun. I'm like,
younger
it looks
yarn.
So
I hope that comes up normal for you. I'll read it. It's called PS of Force is fascinating, and it's a super washed wool blend. So yeah, I think you knit. I think you made something for True. Anyways,
I'm like,
that's what that's what I'm working on. And let me turn my phone back on so you can see it.
What is it? Works in progress.
We're on works in progress.
Spinning?
Spinning. You spin me right round.
It's tour de please.
Yeah, and we're totally lame. We didn't join any teams, and we didn't even make our own team like we talk about every year. So I'll talk about my spinning. So I'm spinning my horn Dorset for my owl, and I separated the skein or the fiber because I cleaned the fiber, and then I made it into Rolex, and then I measured it and then divided it by 3. So because I'm spinning a crepe yarn. No, it's a horn Dorset. Oh, I'm spinning Cornwall for myself. But for my owl, I'm spinning this horn Dorset. So I split it into 3. I'm spinning 2 to the right, and then I'll apply them to the left, and then I'll spin 1 single to the left, and then apply those both to the right for a crepe yarn. So I finished my first bobbin, and I divided them by weight in the Rolex, and now I've started on the second one, which is what I'm working on right now. So because it is Tour de Fleece, I did start spinning little stuff. So I got out my small Turtle Made drop spindle, and I started spinning these Rolex. They're called Blue and Kitty by Naturally Knitting. But I had 2 packs of, so that she sells them in 2 ounces, and I had a pack. This one was called Sunny Days, and it's the same teal color. And I thought that the yellow and the purple would just pop. So I'm going to apply them together, and I spun this one all on my mini spindle. And I'm going to spin this one on it and then apply them together. So that's what I'm doing. And I have it in my spin 15 a day little bag. I also had gotten, last year at SSK, I got a supported spindle from Hip Strings to spin like cotton, but I wanted to just try and just get better at supported spindling because I suck at it. And so I was practicing that with some wool that I had made. I left it at my dad's house, so I don't have it. I can honestly say I'm not a huge super duper fan of supported spindling, and I've watched like a million YouTube videos. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep practicing, and I think I'll get better. Yeah, well, I didn't pay classes.
I did about one.
It was like a mini class, like a breakout session, but so. Yeah, so I'm not like a huge fan of it, but it's fun, and like I see a lot of people like showing their spindles, and I'm like, those glasses. So that's what I'm spinning on currently.
I currently am nylon. From Blue Mountain Handcrafts. It's just a sock kit. So this is like and then there is round cups. So that's what I'm working on. That's about it.
Yeah. So,
but it's sort of so I would,
and like we always are like, oh, we should have set up a group. Like we say that, and it's just been so crazy. Like I'm getting ready to move, and it's just. Let's see. Yeah. So binging. Have you been binging on anything?
just a bit of oh, like I said this last night, and on order. I watched like the last 2.
I blame that on Netflix because the way they upload
Really?
stuff is weird.
Like, what if there was no button to click to let you like it?
But for
Not all
those
of
new
them
ones
watch
were
it
really good.
forever. Either way,
So I am currently not reading anything currently. I just finished Dark Alchemy, which was really good, and Forbidden Magic, which was also good. Like they're books that Audible suggested to me, so I did read them. Um, I've been like packing and painting, so I did listen to books, but I am 10 books behind on my Goodreads challenge, which is one that I made myself. But I'm 10 books behind right now. And I'm not sure where to go from where I am now. Like what next book I'm gonna read next. I'll have to look and see what I have on my iPod. I'm watching NCIS like crazy for whatever reason. I'm obsessed with it.
I'm trying to start watching.
I'm
Start
obsessed
out on
with
a
it.
plane.
Yeah,
Very frequent.
yeah. Keep going. It gets better. I'm just like obsessed with it for whatever reason. I just watch it. Well, I feel it's like interesting enough, but also like I don't have to worry about like stuff showing up with Bella's in the room, like or it being too scary because some of the stuff I think might be too scary for her. Though we have been watching Stranger Things, which we haven't gotten to the third season of Stranger Things yet because we've been traveling and so maybe when we get back to one. But that's about it. Pretty. This is gonna be a quick podcast. Random randomness. Packing all the things. I'm obviously in Wisconsin. Also, that's the name of our podcast. But we were looking for a house and just trying to find somewhere to live. Um, it's been insane. Like the housing market is super fast. Like we bid on 2 houses and they were just like bid on at the same time, or they just were taken. Yeah. So we're now trying to find like a place to rent so we can just live here. Like my husband starts next week, his new job. Um, so me and the girls are going back to Pittsburgh, to Johnstown, and then we'll finish packing the house and hopefully get it listed, and hopefully someone will buy it, and then we'll move. But we got to find a place to move to first. So yeah, that's not any fun.
I went to Colorado last week. With Bud, about Kate. He was fun. He liked it. Hung out with our other sister for a little bit, and then they left. They went on an anniversary trip, so I watched our 2 boys for 4 or 5 days. Um, but yeah, it was awesome. And then we got back, and then a day later, we became so like crazy. But it was crazy.
Yeah, and that's what we've been busy. So when I go back, I'll be packing more, which is not going to be. I am getting ready for SSK. Actually, when I go back, I will not be packing more. I will be spending a week of sewing, getting ready for the last minute stuff for SSK, because then I'll be in Nashville on the 20th. If you are in the area, um, stop by and see me. I'll be in the market, and from 1 to 4, it's open to the public if you're not coming to SSK. If you're coming to SSK, make sure you contact me and let me know. And remind me to take pictures because I will forget. So yeah. And I've been tried to get her to come this time, but it's just
It was
yeah, it is really good.
anyway.
So yeah, but anyways, that's all the randomness, really. Right? So we will let you guys go, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.